Howdy folks, Stephen Webb here. I'm going to try and keep this video quick, but this is a World of Nightmares, and I just wanted to give you an update. So essentially, I've been working on the editor system and the game mechanics, so I've been really busy doing that and haven't really bothered making videos too much. And to be honest, I'm not the best at making videos, and I don't like editing them either. Yeah, it's rough cut. I apologize. The audio is probably not very good either because of the cheap headset that I have, but that's what I got to work with. Um, that's it. Anyhow, let's get to it. I just wanted to demonstrate the weather system that was implemented. It's dynamic, so let's go ahead and check it out. Okie dokie. So as you can see, the mouse cursor, wherever it goes, we have, it picks up the item. So this is how we're going to use the interaction system. Like a little tooltip will pop up if you hit click on it, right click on it, or a tooltip. So if you move it over and hover it, it'll have one pop up. All right, with all the interactions and stuff. So while this is an action RPG, it's kind of like a hybrid. So there's both. I mean, like you engage in real time, like action combat. Now it's driven by statistics too. So the amount of damage, is pretty much going to be indicated as like a floating number above the head of the target that you just hit, for instance. Same thing I did in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I'm trying to keep this game very close to it, but there's some things that I wanted to change about it that, you know, are pretty good in this. Now, that's supposed to be the Aurora Borealis, but it's actually, in the game lore, they're like souls that are kind of trying to escape the world of nightmares. Yeah, so, alright. Let's go ahead and just change the weather real quick. And then maybe I'll show you a little bit of the editor stuff. I wanted to show everybody this first because the editor stuff can get kind of technical. And there will be programming involved. So let's go ahead and set it up for let's do light snow first. How about that? Oh, it's nice. It's cloudy. Now, eventually I will make it such that if it were snowing, um, oh, what's going on here? Why, why won't he stop walking? Okay, there we go. I was just wondering what's going on there. It's kind of weird. All right, let's go ahead and change this to storm. All right. So yeah, the game's coming along pretty nicely. In some future videos, I'm going to show off combat and interactions. Combat will probably come second, but interactions, with devices and items that are in the game is something that is going to be a major feature. And so interaction with things like laptops, phones, TVs, just about anything that can be state changed, that's an item, you'll be able to interact with. So I mean that's quite a few items. So for instance, this pizza over here, you'd be able to eat if, of course, like you're playing a character that needs food. So there are some survival elements in this as well. Um, all right, so if I come over here to the editor, this is where it gets kind of boring, I guess. The editor system here will be available on the Unity Asset Store for sale, or if you head over to patreon.com/Aetherpath, that's AETHERPATH, and you get the highest tier, you will get all of the editors here in this full entire suite, all the updates, tutorial videos, and also you get personal help and guidance from me. So just send me a message and I'll get right back to you, as to how you can modify the code for your own needs. But this is pretty much game agnostic, so you could use it for any kind of game. Not only do you design the data, you also set the values of the data, which is kind of cool, and it can be used with dots. So we can utilize this with the data-oriented technology stack. So for those of you that know, or don't know, I should say, what dots is, it's awesome, in a word. It allows you to do quite a lot with data, and it doesn't use mono behaviors, so you can get literally thousands of entities in a scene without very much of an impact on performance because of the way they do the processing of that data. It's really, really fantastic. I mean, it's amazing. It's a little bit different way of programming, but the reason why I created my editor system like this was because I wanted the data to be easily usable in the dots system. So for this game, and I think for the demo, since there's not really a whole lot going on, I think we're probably going to be utilizing the old mono behavior system first. But then, as we need it, we're going to utilize the dots system. And as you can see, there's still a lot of stuff here that needs to be done. But one of the other features I want for characters is if you create a bunch of random characters, rather than having to go through and like name them all, what we do is read names from a list and randomly apply names. So if you see one you don't like or whatever, just go in and change that one. But yeah, it's one of the things that we're going to be doing. Now there's also got to be a conversation thing that's going to be part of the story creator. I haven't even started on that yet though, so we have to kind of get working on that. You can create different archetypes. Now archetypes are primarily the different races, if you will. So as you can see, there's modifiers over here. These are all the stats that exist in the game thus far, and there's going to be a lot more than that. But yeah, yep. Paper Doll Editor gives you the ability to create equipment slots for each one of the archetypes. Now I'm going to make it such that you would be able to apply this to all archetypes, so that way, I'm getting a problem here because it's out of range, but what I need to do is essentially get that so it actually would propagate across all the archetypes and then remove the ones that I don't want. Yeah. Alright, so Faction Creator needs some work too. Right now they're just names, but the Diplomacy Editor is going to allow you to set the relationships between these groups. That'll help drive artificial intelligence. There really isn't too much else to talk about here, so I guess I'm going to call the video, and I thank you for watching. Have a great day. Take care now. Bye-bye.